The language of men has always been a physical one, before words were even a thing. Ultimately, every interaction you have with another male will be dictated by the undertones of physical violence. That's how men have evolved over 10,000 years, and the wiring is still there even in these peaceful times. Your sexual market value is relative to your competition. Your competition is other men. There are multiple hierarchies at play, but the default hierarchy will always be the one of power. Power perceived is power achieved. So when you walk into a room, maneuver yourself to be the most dangerous man in the room. Being dangerous is not the same as being lethal. Being dangerous is both the ability to competently assess and navigate a social setting whilst also having the unspoken threat of power in your favor. Now, I train MMA, and although I don't have sheer size on my side, I have athleticism and the undeniable body of a fighter. In every interaction with another person, there are the undercurrents of danger. I am polite and kind by choice, not by necessity. Which means my interactions with others are genuine and voluntary, not a matter of survival. Which leads to your choice of environment. Remember, you want to be the most dangerous man in the room, right? That means you don't go walking into a police station to swing your dick around and impose your frame upon the officers inside. Remember, exercise your lethality with competence. Lethality without competence is no danger to anyone when you're outmaneuvered. Look only to the king cobra and the mongoose. Although the cobra is lethal by virtue of its venom, it stands no chance against the competence of the mongoose, who competently outmaneuvers the cobra. Another example is women. You can train, you can have body armor. You can exercise your Second Amendment right. You can easily overpower any woman you come across, and yet they are much more dangerous due to the culture. Figured it out? You guessed it, the Beta Defense Force. The blue-pilled boys in blue. One self-inflicted wound and one phone call to the police will render you helpless in the face of the Agent Smiths pointing guns at you. That leads into my next point. A dangerous man always covers his bases, never takes unnecessary risks, and the best battles are the battles you've won before any hand has been raised. The simple solution to never getting hit by a bullet is to never let your position stray into the range of lethal force. So this means to always be recording. You're being recorded anyway, knowingly or not, by Big Brother. You might as well make sure that the information is easily accessible for your needs, in case the unthinkable happens. This means to have hidden cameras in your home. This means to always record your calls. This means to have a dash camera. This means to have a hidden body camera. People will be less inclined to mess with someone who has their bases covered over the person who does not. Bullies and predators prey on the weak due to lack of fear of retaliation. Having friends matters. Always be expanding your circle and always be bringing in people into your frame. Look for the long-term benefits of relationships, man or woman, not just the short-term. Befriending law enforcement in your area is definitely a good move if possible. Avoiding areas or crowds, like a group of meat-head mogs at a bar with your pretty girl, is highly advised. Always carry if possible. Always surround yourself with people with your best interests in mind, if possible. Having close friends who are also dangerous becomes a force multiplier. See the police force for a good example of safety in numbers. Always have an out. Never corner yourself in an interaction with no exit strategy, whether it be with a man or woman. Trust, but verify. Record that girl in the best of times, even if she's showing no red flags at the time. You never know when those messages/footage/recordings will come in handy. This goes for other men too, although usually it means just making sure you have a clear shot at an exit in case things get physical, and especially if you're outnumbered. Underscore 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 underscore. Underscore 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 underscore. Train yourself up to fight so that you never have to. Both men and women size you up in the first 30 seconds of any interaction. First impressions are important. When a guy looks at you, you want him to look at you as someone who's confident and demands respect. Remember, power is seized, not given. If you don't have control in the interaction, the other party does. Always be the one holding the reins. Underscore 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 underscore. Remove yourself from dangerous situations with no clear benefit at its conclusion. It's fine to take risks, but they must be calculated and the payoff needs to justify the danger. This goes back my police station example. Don't walk up to a group of guys just to hit on a girl in the arms of another man, without any IOIs, just to show yourself how alpha you are. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Stick to high success rate moves relative to your position, even if the odds of success itself is low. Underscore 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 underscore. Cultivate your own power. It will change you on a metaphysical level. There is a saying here that a woman's kindness isn't genuine because in most cases they're kind as a matter of survival, not kind by choice. A man who is both dangerous and kind is simply exercising his power responsibly. He has the choice of being dangerous, but chooses to be kind and civil. This makes his choice authentic and genuine. He's kind and polite because he has control and is competent, not because he's a weakling who fears the conflict that comes with a high position in the hierarchy. You never want to be finding yourself at the losing end of an argument, asking yourself if this gets physical, can I even protect my own life? Desperation is a stinky cologne, especially when you're afraid of getting your ass beat. You want people to take one look at you and say that's not a guy I want to fuck with under any circumstances. Your aura of danger effectively becomes an invisibility cloak, not to mention the fact that a high position in the power hierarchy will lead to your body rewarding you with feel-good hormones, such as serotonin that signal to your lizard brain that you're in a good position in life, which will bleed into your interactions with women. Underscore 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 underscore. In closing, being physically fit and also being dangerous leads to sexual success. Having friends at your disposal is a force multiplier. Always cover your ass with documentation, you never know when it will come in handy. The higher you are in the hierarchy, the less often you will be challenged. Power perceived is power achieved. Always be seizing power. It doesn't matter if you don't want to play the game, if you're in the field you better know how to play and be good at it. If you stand around, you'll get tackled. If you don't want to work hard and take risks, sit on the sidelines while real men play. This is how life works.